Hello, my name is Tom Shaw, and on today's video, what I'll be talking about is my story, how I got to become who I am today. So the first step where it begins in when I was working for farmers in 2006. I was working on a potato farm, and I hated my job. Like I didn't have no education, I didn't know what I was gonna do in life, and I couldn't even see the person that was beside me because there was so much dust in the air that I couldn't even breathe and see, and I had to work 88 hours a week lifting 110-pound bags of potatoes all day long. So then one day it hits me. I need money. I need a lot of money. How am I gonna make some money? Because I couldn't stand my job anymore and I was tired, and like I just it just suddenly hit me. I want to become rich. The day I took the decision on becoming rich, my whole life changed. Okay? So I was like, how can I make money without spending? So the first thing that came up to my mind was join the military. Then I'm like, join the military, yeah, but I'm gonna go to war. I'm like, I have no choice but to join the military. So I put in my name, I joined the military. Now I'm in the military about 3 months later. And this is in 2007. I'm on my basic training. I'm saving money because I'm not spending. I'm saving 70% of my income. I'm living on the base. I'm not going out on weekends. I'm saving absolutely everything. I don't have a car. I'm running for my rendezvous to get my hair done, my haircut, and that that was the beginning on accumulating money. But I always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to be a real estate investor. I always loved real estate. Everybody I was talking to was talking to me about, if you want to become rich, you need to be in real estate. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save my money and I'm gonna buy real estate. Now in 2010, I meet this woman, and the first thing I see when I saw her was that I was going to marry this girl. I was going to marry her and she was going to become my wife. So about 6 months later, we're married and we just bought our first home. This is in 2010. And I'm like, how can we pay this house faster? And me and my wife, we were both the same. We were both very intense people. We knew what we wanted, and we decided that we were going to pay off that house a lot quicker than was anticipated. So what did we do? We started thinking, how can we make some extra money? The first thing that popped in our head was that we should rent some rooms. We should rent out 4 rooms in our house. We could live there for free. So what do? We start getting beds, all the equipment that we needed to put inside of our home. We bought everything secondhand. We put it in the house. We were renting out 4 rooms. Now we're living at home for free. So we're saving pretty much everything. We're living on one salary. The second salary is being saved. All the money that comes in from real estate, we're really investing that money. And about 6 months later, we're looking for real estate and we find a deal. We find a fourplex, and we're like, we don't have the money, but we're gonna find the money. We need to find that money. And finally, my mom's dad passed us some money. We borrowed some money. We bought that real estate property, 100%, none of our money. And now we're real estate investors. Man, I'm stressed. I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? So this is pretty crazy. I'm like, I don't even know how to invest. I don't know how to handle tenants. I don't know how to get them evicted. This is crazy. What are we doing? We're not real estate investors. So we keep going. We keep doing the same thing. And in 2013, we start investing in tax lien certificates. Okay, this is where you go to an auction, you buy a house for like 1/3 of the price, and if they rebuy it, you make an instant 10%. Like if you're buying it for $60,000, you're gonna receive a $6,000 capital gains taxes. So you're gonna make about $6,000 for about 5 hours of work. It's very easy money, believe me. Okay, I've did this many times. So now the story continues. In 2014, we buy another fourplex, we buy a six-plex, but on the fourplex, we've renovated the whole 3 units out of 4, like completely. I was exhausted. That was the first time I bought something that needed a lot of renovations. We had a stripper inside that building. We had a pusher that was pushing drugs. We had somebody that we didn't even know where she was, but she was still living there, and I had to renovate that home. So finally, 2 months later, we get everybody evicted. We have three other tenants that are living inside, and we're like, oh my god, management is crazy. We now have 14 units, and it's starting to be a lot of work. It's starting to get very complicated because you have to find tenants, you have to put them in there, you have to get them evicted. It's starting to be a lot of work. So we finally get a manager. Now, what we didn't know about having a manager is that they do a lot of the paperwork. They do all the paperwork, so it was saving us a lot of time that we didn't even value at first because we didn't even know that they were doing that. They were doing all the paperwork, sending us like a lot of it done, and this was cut down on a lot of work that needed to be done in administration. So there's a lot of value by having a manager. Now, the story keeps going. In 2015, we have our first child, Maxim Sky, and yeah, that's a lot of work. Like we're going, waking up at night, taking care of the children, and so yeah, the story keeps on going. In 2018, we bought another fourplex. We bought 3 other tax lien certificates. I'm investing in real estate stocks. I'm helping people restructure their business. I've completed my bachelor in finance. So all of that is being done, and today, like, we're worth over $2 million worth of real estate, and we did that in under 10 years. So yeah, it's very possible. And today it blows my mind to see how much money I'm depositing every month. Like some months I'm depositing $20,000, $25,000 because I have revenues coming in from a lot of places. So now that's my story to where I became. I wanted you guys to know who I am so you can have a better relationship. We can have a better relationship because I know if you guys know me, then I can learn to know you guys. And by the comments you leave, and this was a request by one of the persons that's following me, and I've kept my word. So that was a story. And now the second part of this video is what were my struggles? Like, during the whole process, what I struggled the most about was taking care, like having so much debt. The debt stressed me out. Like when you have $1 million of debt, it's really stressful. Like you wake up at night and sometimes it's just anxiety because you're like, oh my god, I have $1 million. If they don't pay me, how am I gonna pay this? How am I gonna pay all this debt? And it was something that really stressed me out, and I really wanted to share that. Another thing that stressed me out was the phone calls. Receiving phone calls at night from the tenants and telling me something's broken, something's not going well, that was very stressful also because it's 24/7. They can call you whenever they want, and that was very stressful in my life. So I'm really happy today that I have a manager, and I really recommend having a manager. uh, the other struggles that I have are pretty much the 2 that I just named, but they were really heavy in my consciousness, in my soul. They were taking a lot of room, and that's pretty much it for the struggles that I had in my life. And learning how to delegate. That was a struggle also, but I'm really happy today because I am able to delegate, and it makes it really easier for me to manage my life, have a happier life, and being able to share my knowledge. Now, what would I recommend to a person that wants to start out investing in real estate? First of all, I would really recommend that you get your financial management together. Really learn to manage your money, because if you don't know how to manage money, real estate is going to give you a lot of hard times. Like what I've noticed is that people who succeed in real estate are people who are really good at managing money. They're excellent at managing money. They know where every dollar is going, and that's why they succeed in real estate. I really want to put a lot of emphasis on that one because I think it's the primary reason why people succeed in real estate. The second one would be they know how to find deals, they know where to look for, and they know how much returns the property is really giving. They know their numbers, they're good at their numbers. But the first real thing that I see that a lot of people succeed in real estate is because they're really good at managing money. They know they're really focused on what they're doing and where they're going. And like it's exactly for me, I was an excellent manager of money. I was saving 70% of my income, and I knew how to reinvest that money. So if you like my story, you want to know something more, you're missing some information, just leave comments down below, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll be posting pretty much every day except for weekends, because weekends are hard for me with 2 kids. Sometimes I don't sleep, and my wife is presently pregnant. And yeah, so it's a lot of time consuming. I am focusing on making videos that can help you guys. I want you guys to know the whole truth so you can go and succeed. And I want it to be practical information. I want the information to help you guys move into action. So thank you. Have a nice day.